John Gosden is one of the most successful trainers in the world, and for him to call Shalaa the fastest 2-year-old he's trained is high praise indeed. Winner of the French Golden Slipper, the Prix Morny and the Middle Park Stakes, Shalaa's fabulous quality shines through in his first foals at Arrowfield Stud. So fantastic to have a European, a star 2-year-old from Europe, one of the best that's been seen in generations, in Shalaa, of course, back here for a second season.
Yes, he's come back in fantastic order, Caroline, and on the back of the fantastic job that I'm Invincible's done for the team at Yarraman, we're very lucky to have what is arguably the best son of Invincible Spirit at stud. I mean, he was a champion 2-year-old, he was just a phenomenal racehorse. Obviously his 3-year-old career was slightly curtailed, but he came back and won before retaring to stud, and he's just doing a great job for us. And
looking at some of these foals, I mean, the Menwa colt, an early foal from, being born I think the end of August, but a first foal of a not very big Slyouni mare, so often these European mares aren't always that big, but a really good strong foal and really confident little running type.
He's very typical. They're very typey. I must say I haven't had too much to do with the Invincible Spirit line, but what I am noticing from Shalaa's, if that's something to go by, is that they're very typey. You can almost line them up and you could tell that they're by Shalaa. They're a very, very certain type from a very distinct mould.
And as with the sons of Invincible Spirit and all the offspring, really. I mean, Fleeting Spirit was one of the most beautiful fillies I know I ever saw race. Miss Salinger, they all are good-looking horses. That whole line throws good-looking types.
They're just quality. And I know this is a word that's just thrown around and used so much in our industry, but I've noticed, without being disrespectful to certain mares, if you get a slightly coarse mare or a mare that just needs tidying up a bit, the foals that are subsequently being produced, they've just got a lot of quality about them, and they're very well defined, they're nicely balanced and just really nice types.
And the Esprit High filly by Shalaa, I mean, Sal Gordon and Bridget, who are taking us around, sort of said, wait till you see this foal. She is such a runner, a beautiful action too, and a really alert, beautiful head.
Yeah, a lot of quality again. She's she's everywhere. She's into trouble, mischief, but just a very nice filly.
Yeah, and just came charging up to the camera, but as I said, that action, and you can really see some of them, the way that they're going to transfer that into a racetrack career, hopefully.
When they're just doing their thing and going about their business in the paddock, and you watch them move around, they've got a very loose walk, and you look at them and it's almost like every part of them is moving as they're walking, and so if that translates into some athleticism, we'll be away.
And we're seeing a lot of new sons of Invincible Spirit, obviously off the I Am Invincible sort of bandwagon. What makes this one so much different? I mean, you've mentioned the racetrack career, which is sensational, but as a type, or what really, as a mare owner, would you decide to go to Shalaa over some of the others?
Well, he's just got a beautiful balance. If you look at the horse and you like to see a triangle, from the shoulder, from the hip through to the rump, you can just he's just very well balanced. Lovely walking, he's correct, good head on him, just a very, very nice horse. But also what's very important, which sometimes is overlooked, he's just got a very good temperament as well, which is so important with the pressures that are put on them as they go into training. They've got to have a head to be able to cope with it.
But Shalaa will dispose of this field in ready fashion and win for Frankie Dettori, John Gosden, Al Shakab Racing.
And obviously great support from Al Shakab. I guess going forwards, that is a really big help for a stallion to have really good international backers as well.
That's right, and the Al Shakab team, they've got a fantastic team who select their horses very carefully. Not only on paper do they have the pedigrees, but as types, physical types, they're very nice horses. We've got Olympic Glory, We've got Shalaa, and I know Tornado's over here. They're all very nice horses.
You know, it's a real indication of the support Arrowfield always gives to these young stallions. You have Redout's Choice, you know, dual champion size Schnitzel, not a single doubt. You have some wonderful proven stallions. Yet a lot of your best broodmares are going to these young boys to really give them a kick start.
That's right. Arrowfield are conviction breeders, and we really support the stallions that we stand. We believe in them. So over half of our mares are going to visit our stallions, and of those stallions they're going to visit, we've got 11 stallions on the roster. 7 of them haven't actually had runners on the track yet. Amazing. But half of our mares are going to be going to those 7 stallions. And furthermore, you know, just shy of 100, about 97 mares are going to be going to Maurice, Mickey Isle and Shalaa this season.
And that's where the success comes from, doesn't it? I mean, we've seen over the years, not every stallion necessarily works, but the ones that are backed by Arrowfield, you know, particularly in the last decade or so, are the ones that prove their worth.
It's a very fashionable business. You know, we're breeding horses that we want to offer at auction, and people want to buy them. But to a certain extent, you have to sort of lead the fashion, you know, and you have to sort of steer things in a certain direction. You know, the outcross, that 7 of the 10 stallions that were in the top 10 last year, successful stallions, 7 of them were outcrosses to the Danehill line. So we know that we're looking for this outcross, and obviously this is why we're standing horses like Shalaa, which is another variation on the Danzig line, you know, which has been very successful, but also standing horses, Real Impact and Mickey R with the Deep Impact line, and Maurice, which is something again, which is another outcross.
Well, good luck with them all as these babies get to weanling sales, and can't wait to see them all hitting the track in the next year or so.
We look forward to meeting you again, seeing you again, talking about them.